Hi and welcome back. So more than 25% of all adults in the UK live with two or more long-term health conditions, with this prevalence increasing to 65% for those who are aged over 65 and almost 82% for those individuals who are 85 and older. And I'm guessing these numbers are most probably very similar in other parts of the world too. A recent study investigated how specific long-term health conditions, those being psychosis, diabetes and congestive heart failure, develop over time and assessed the impact of these conditions on our life expectancy. But why were these conditions chosen? So these particular conditions were chosen due to their significant effect on reducing overall life expectancy. The study analysed data spanning a 20-year period involving more than 1.6 million adults who were aged 25 and above. Data was taken from the SAIL databank, which contains secure, anonymous health and administrative records for the population of Wales, which incidentally is where I'm from. Additionally, patient and public input from across the UK was incorporated in to understand the experience of living with multiple long-term conditions. The researchers, who are from the University of Swansea, used statistical models to examine the sequence and the timing of developing psychosis, diabetes and congestive heart failure among the patients of similar age, sex and area level deprivation, and then evaluated the corresponding effects on their life expectancy. The findings indicated that the order of disease onset significantly impacted those people's life expectancy. Significantly, those who developed diabetes, followed by psychosis and then heart failure, experienced the greatest reduction in life expectancy, that being approximately 13 years on average. Conversely, patients who developed these conditions in a different sequence were less affected. For instance, a 50-year-old man living in an area with average deprivation could experience a life expectancy difference of more than 10 years, depending on the order in which these three conditions manifested themselves. Additionally, the study found that those who first developed diabetes, then psychosis, and finally congestive heart failure had a heightened risk of either developing another long-term condition or dying within 5 years of their last diagnosis. Also of note was that developing additional conditions does not always have a life-limiting effect. For example, patients diagnosed with both psychosis and diabetes, regardless of the sequence, had a higher life expectancy compared to those who were diagnosed with psychosis alone. This seemingly unexpected result could be attributed to the fact that individuals with diabetes generally have more frequent interactions with healthcare professionals through diabetic clinics, which may contribute to overall improved health. The study also revealed that congestive heart failure, whether on its own or in combination with psychosis in any sequence, had a similar impact on life expectancy as the worst case combination of diabetes, psychosis and congestive heart failure in that specific order. The study represents the first to assess how the order of developing multiple long-term conditions does affect our life expectancy. The findings have potential implications for patients, healthcare providers and policymakers, aiding in the identification of diseases and informing patient care management strategies. Such insights could ultimately lead to better outcomes for patients and reduce the strain on our healthcare systems. Additionally, the research supports healthcare delivery by examining risk factors for disease development and identifying opportunities for screening and early interventions. Future research could assess the effect of screening programs and targeted interventions in delaying the onset of further long-term conditions, therefore extending people's life expectancy. However, it is essential to accept the limitations inherent with using routinely collected health records, which may include inaccuracies, delayed diagnoses and/or missing data. These factors influence the ability to accurately estimate the impact of multiple long-term conditions on people's life expectancy. Future studies funded by Health Data Research UK aim to harmonise the methods used for collecting and reporting all health data. This should enhance the quality of information that's obtained from routine health records for future research. While the current study focused on just one group of multiple long-term conditions, this methodology could be replicated to investigate other combinations. This could include the development of long-term health conditions following, say, COVID-19, that's long COVID, and its impact on people's quality of life. Individuals living with multiple long-term conditions often face increased healthcare utilization, a greater resilience on medications, and more challenges within their daily activities, leading to a reduced quality of life and a decreased life expectancy. This study has demonstrated that both the combination and the sequence of long-term conditions significantly affects people's life expectancy. However, the relationship is complex, and the progression of additional diseases does not invariably lead to a reduced life expectancy. This exploration into the interplay of aging, chronic diseases, and life expectancy underscores the need for precise, timely healthcare interventions. This is an attempt to improve the quality of life and longevity of an aging population, whilst also offering valuable insights for healthcare planning and, more importantly, resource allocation. If nothing else, this study reinforces the need to keep our blood sugar levels under control as we age. Many in the longevity community have called diabetes the gateway disease, in that once you have it, other diseases tend to follow fairly quickly. As you may know, I take Metformin as a preventative to keep my A1C in check, and I have my blood tested at least every 3 months. When did you last have your hemoglobin A1C levels checked?